Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? There we go. Little guy came in just as I was going live. How's everyone doing? It is Saturday night, and I feel all right. Is that still printing? Is that print done soon? How much time do I got left on that? Oh, I still got a while. For those wondering how the Drop Effect XG handles TPU, we're doing tank treads for the Death Racer. Handles it just fine. So got like 60 of them to print. So just doing them in batches of 10 just to be, or 20 to be safe. So yeah, it's Saturday. What's it? I was gonna say it's Taco Saturday, but it's a salad fork, so it's healthy salad Saturday or something. I don't know. How y'all doing? How are we all doing tonight? 2 a.m. too late. Well, go to bed. If you need to sleep, sleep. Let's get all the notifications out because the little guy threw off my rhythm. Copy that, copy that. So yeah, so today we're carrying on with the salad fork build. If you don't know what the salad fork is, link in the description. Reading the description and titles of videos, it helps a lot. Go my front light so I'm not all in darkness. We are live. Come join in. Boom. There we go. 3D printing don't like taco beds. So that's why you run a bed mesh. You got some insurance there with the bed mesh. Let's see if this works. There we go. So there's a new channel on the Discord. The channel is specifically for chatting about the live stream, videos, and notifications about the live stream and videos. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out when I go live, because YouTube notifications are, well, they're a little bit sussy at times. Join the Discord, and there's a channel there where every time I go live, I'll here. And if you want to avoid those notifications, mute that channel, and you won't get those notifications. So yeah, so we are carrying on with the salad fork. So let me actually pull up the instructions. Printers for ants, because, you know, having stuff ready before going live, we don't do that kind of stuff around here. It's a nice Saturday. Nice Saturday. So this is a salad fork build. It's based off a kit from deepfriedhero.in. Link in the description if you want to get one of these kits yourself, or if you want to know more, go to printersforants.com. I do want to give a shout out to the random person who posted something about it in the comments of the video. And by the way, if you do like leave a message or a comment on a stream or video, I do read them all. I may not be able to reply to them all, but I do read them all. We forgot something. Somebody pointed out something. We are putting backers here. Okay, we got the fancy titanium backers here. We don't have nuts for them. Somebody pointed that out. So we're going to be starting the stream by going backwards, as is tradition. And we're going to be putting some nuts in here. So let's see here. Is that the right one? So we are basically gonna, I'm just thinking we are on the Zed. I think that's where we're at when it comes to this build, is the Zed. And then however far we get, we get. I think that's kind of the plan. Where'd I put all the printed parts? Over here. So we have backers. What are backers? They prevent warping or tacoing or whatever. So these are them. They go on here. Unfortunately, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got to put 9 nuts in there. Polymaker form isn't working? Yeah, it is. Refresh the page. You may need to refresh the page because I updated it. I used the previous stream as a template when I created this one. And normally I remember to delete the old one, but I didn't. Because I once the stream's over, I lock the form and most of the time I forget to delete the link to it. So that's why there's a comment there saying contest closes when stream closes. So that way that kind of covers my butt when I forget to delete the link, which I think I pretty much do every time. So it is what it is. Thumbnail said part 1. Yeah, that might be a caching issue too, because YouTube likes to not update it when I put a new one in. And I did print out, I do have all the parts printed except for now the, tool head, because I got to print those still. Those are microns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're doing fun stuff tonight. We're playing with nuts. 7, 8, 9. And this music is way too quiet. We're going to something a little bit more lively. As much as I love the lo-fi, we ain't doing the lo-fi. Not today. We'll do hi-fi today. So again, this is a kit from deepfriedhero.in. He sent me this kit. Words and opinions are my own. Yada, yada, yada. You know the YouTube spiel. If you would like to get a kit like this, or would like to know more, link in the description. Also, if you want to win some Polymaker filament, we give away a spool of Polymaker filament every live stream. Every live stream. Right? That's 3 spools a week. So if you want to get some filament, that's 3 times a week you have a chance. And also, while you're in the description there looking for that form to fill out, don't forget to like that smash button. Now, I'm not going to say liking the smash button will increase your chances of... Oh, shoot, I screwed up. Did I do the wrong one? No, I did the right one. Did I missing 2? 4, 4, 4. I'm missing 2 nuts. How am I missing 2 nuts? Oh, no, I got it backwards. There we go. Okay. I'm not saying liking the smash button will increase your chances of winning the draw, but I'm not saying they won't increase your chances. So the universe works in mysterious ways. You never know. It ain't gonna hurt. So you might as well. Yeah, you might as well. And then what else? What else is there to say? What else is there to say? Trying to do all the announcements at the beginning of stream here. Tuesday's stream will be later in the day. Tuesday's stream will be at 3 o'clock instead of 2 p.m. Can't hear the music? It's there. Okay. Well, here, I guess my audience has matured a little bit over the time. Let's do what I used to do. There we go. I used to play the music around this level, but then too many people complained about the music being too loud, so I turned it off, or I dropped it quite a bit. So let's see if my audience's taste for music levels have changed. Okay, that goes there. Weird. getting old. Well, according to my YouTube metrics, you're 25 to 45 is like 60% of my audience. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, hearing loss. That's what you mean by getting older. There you go. I don't also crank my mic. Like, I can bump my mic up. My mic is maxed out on the lowest setting, but I don't get peaking. I'm in the demographic. I'm average. Yay! Matt Shammy, $5. Cheers. Greetings from the DFH team. We'll be lurking and working. Working on what? $8 o'clock on a Saturday night. What are you working on? Go. Building a DFA chain gun? What's that? What's that? Okay, so where we left off, there we go. So we're back at where we should have been. If you remember, these are not installed properly. They are just kind of eyeballed in because I didn't have the spacers. So now we got these spacers here that you use to properly space your parts. Phil R, $4.99. Cheers. BQ H2 Revo should arrive in a couple days. Will be a nice addition to the CR10 V3. Surprised it took that long. I seen it at Rapid. They had it. E3D had it at their booth at Rapid. So it took you guys so long. Gary gifted a community membership. Cheers, Gary. There we go. Worth getting rail backers. Spartan, I'm a big proponent of the build it stock, and if you have issues, look into fixing it. I have backers in only one of my Vorons currently, and that is the Trident, and that's a 350, and that's because they were sent to me to test. And I will say I really can't tell any difference with and without the backers. The only thing I may be able to do is I may not have to heat soak it as much. Yuri gifted a community membership. Cheers. Basically, the bigger the axis, or the longer the span, the more backers may help. But it depends on your build. And Pushing Plastic gifted a community membership. Chew, thank you. Oh, and YouTube did get back to me. Remember how we were having the issues with memberships not working? They all got refunded. So I'm like, hey, because your system broke on Friday and Saturday there, and you guys screwed up and you refunded all my memberships for 2 days, are you guys going to compensate me? So I straight up asked YouTube, hey, are you guys going to compensate me? Are you gonna, you know, correct your error and pay me? And guess what YouTube said? Guess! It's a surprise. You'll never guess it. DFH gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. They charged me 14 cents. No, of course I said no. Nope, we got nada. Okay, so let me just double check the frame because we were right at the bottom. Okay, align the Y extrusions, use the 2 spacers, and align. So there we go. Frame is complete. Ta-da! You got all our... If you did it right, you should be able to move it around like this, and none of your nuts will fly out. Something just squeaked. Anyways. Okay, so... Where were we? Nope, wrong button. Let's see YouTube. Why do I keep doing that? Zed motion. There we go. Parts you need. Zed steppers. So we need that. And we are putting in our Zed motors. Okay, so let's get those plates. I hate it when my nuts fly out. I know, it's a common problem. You got nice dog. What? Oh, Naomi. Yeah, it's always fun while opening that up on YouTube at the front of your page or top of your feed or whatever it is. That's why whenever if I ever have to open a link, I always do it off screen. And I gotta remember to be careful with Twitter. Because most people I follow on Twitter post clean shit. But some people like to like stuff that isn't PG friendly on YouTube, so I gotta be careful. We print the upgraded Zed mounts after Steve's stream? Nope, I printed everything stock. I printed everything stock. What's the difference? I didn't watch Steve's stream because I don't want my build to be different, impacted. So I don't even know what's up with his. So. Why? What was the issue he had? Several parts were upgraded in the past week or so. Nothing working. What was the file date I downloaded? Let's find out. Downloads. September 2nd. September 2nd. I upgraded the rear mount after a stream as a whole to pass through the cables if you need to do maintenance. Oh! Like, I have this. Is that the upgraded one? That is the new one. Okay, so we're good. Sweet. Okay, so front Zed carriages. Okay, so if I got the new stuff, I got the new stuff. By the way, Feta sent me a little mug that I use to keep little parts in now. And Jeremy and Day of Shadow, thank you for becoming members. Okay, so Oh, it's pretty. This manual is pretty go into it. Okay, attach the motor mounts using M312s. Okay, so M312s, are they button head? Button head or socket head? Okay, M312 socket head. They're all in order too. This is nice. I love this. I love everything being organized in little baggies and in a plano case. It's so nice. Okay, M312s. Okay, get that. That. Okay, that one goes there. That one goes there. This goes there. Motors. Ugh. How is bamboo? It's fine. I printed some stuff, replacement parts for the head of Mame the other day. Here's the thing. It's a good Core XY printer. It's a good Core XY printer. I haven't had any issues with it. Same with the V400. I'm not using the V400 right now just because I don't have room for it. The Cheaty's taking up its spot right now because I'm printing stuff for the Death Racer on the Cheaty. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's fine. Which way should I have the motor mounts? I'm gonna have the wires going in. I think I have to have the wires going in because where can I have the wire? Yeah, I gotta have the wires going in, I guess. Wires going inward. I can always spin it around if I need to. Yeah, it'll have the wires going in. Prints higher temp than bamboo or no? No, they're about the same. They're both all metal hot ends. Like they'll both do. I wouldn't really. You probably could push more above 300 on both of them, but I really wouldn't. The bed's same. Cheaty is a heated chamber. Mine doesn't have a heated chamber. Or if it does, I don't know where the heated chamber is. It's the XCF Pro. There. I don't know. It prints fine. It's not the fastest. I'm using the default profile with it. It's not the fastest printer, but it's good. Ah, shoot. I forgot these little clips. I don't have these clips. We'll have to skip them for now, I guess. Ah, shoot. Do I have any printer loaded with black? What are you loaded with? You got nothing in you. You're printing that. That'll work. Bamboo to the rescue. Okay. No, you want bamboo? You want bamboo? Okay. Boom, boom. 3D models. No, it's downloads. SolidForm Master, SolidForm Master, STLs, panels. Is this it? Nope. Electronics. Deck support. Okay, there we go. Deck support. That's what we need. So we need 8 of these. Okay. Clone. Make 10 of them just in case. Cool. Sort that out. Arrange. Cool. Slice. Print. Send. Cool. There we go. I should probably take the blaster off before that gets knocked over, which I did some more painting on it today. So, can you tell this is supposed to be 3 different colors? Yeah, that didn't turn out right. Let me go there. Slow to start. Yeah, the bamboo is slow to start. It's got its whole warm-up thing, which I don't mind. But it's got, what has it got even loaded in it? PC, or no, carbon fiber PETG. So that'll be fine. Go. Do I use an Evermore? I do not. I have the stuff to build one, I just haven't. Remember, all my printers are fully sealed up. And my printer room is in the basement by itself. And usually I'm not in here while I'm printing, so. I will say the bamboo has a long heat up time for the bed. That I don't like. It's not horrible, it's just. Actually, this PETG, I should have that open. Oh yeah, never mind. Forgot. The door also, on the bamboo, the door doesn't open up all the way. It only opens to here. So it's kind of a, if the door is going to be in your way when you're working, it's kind of a thing you got to keep an eye on. Because not everything you need to print with the door closed. Like PLA, you want that door open. I thought it had a hardened nozzle. Yeah, it has a hardened nozzle. What was the printer? I have another printer coming. This one, I only said yes to it because of its price point and what it has. So I'm actually kind of interested because you know how I've been saying like cheap printers should have bed leveling at this point day and age. It's a cheap printer with bed leveling and it's direct feed and it's got a flex plate and it's cheap. So I said yes to it just so I can actually take a look at it because I'm interested in that printer because of its price point, which is usually not something I'm interested in. But it's not a V-wheel bed flinger. It has features and it's cheap. So when it shows up, we'll take a look at that. So that motor goes there, that motor goes there, that motor goes there. M310, I believe. Wrong button. So M310, 2 preloaded nuts. There should be 2 nuts remaining on the left of the motor. Yep, okay. So this is gonna be fun. Actually, 1 second here. Let me drill that out. Just to be sure. Now would be a good time to use my LTT screwdriver, but I don't have one. Where is my drill bits? They're on me bits. I don't know where I put all my bits. Uh-oh. Wait, maybe they're in here. There we go. The downside of organizing everything. I used to know where everything was when it was a mess, and now I've gone and organized, and I don't know where anything is anymore because I all put it in spots. So now it's all in new spots, and it's organized, but I don't remember where it's at. Here till next month. I know. I'm on first wave, so... so let's line up. That one goes there. That goes there. Okay. By the way, I love how salty some people are that the LTT screwdriver is actually turning out to be relatively successful and has good reviews. I'm loving it. So many people are so angry, and it's just like, oh, the YouTube channel I like made something that's kind of cool. What's wrong with that? And they did a pretty good job at it. Watch your videos on it by trying it 350, and it's going to be fairly printer parts. Yeah, 350 Trident is my 350 Trident, I actually use it a lot for printer parts, and it got a lot of work with the Mando armor simply because of its volume on XY. You can print massive parts on it, no problem. So the only downside with these on a lot of Voron parts, where these screws are, you rarely have to line them up. On the V0, you have to line them up. But most of the time, you can just kind of put it on the extrusion and then just push the nut into place. This one, not so much. It's a little bit harder. Perfect Piff Trident. Yeah, the short Zed makes it kind of nice because you don't need to... Like the tallest Voron part's like, what, 50 millimeters? It's not tall. If that. Okay, that one goes there. Get that carbon fiber dust everywhere. Yeah, its input shaper is so annoying. The Bamboo, I will say, is a good printer, but you could tell it's a Gen 1 of something. After using it for a while, you can tell it's a Gen 1. It's a first generation of the design. There are corners that were cut to get it to its price point. I'm not saying it's bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. But you can tell where there is room for improvement with this printer. Also, I think the LiDAR thing is pretty gimmicky. It's not even real LiDAR. It works, it does what it claims to do, but... So normal, if you wire up the fan backwards on a Voron, it will burn up. I don't know, I've never actually done that. It may not work, or it may run backwards, depending on the fan, if I'm not mistaken. Simple way, don't accidentally wire it up backwards, and you won't have to worry about it. And I guess it also depends on your controller board. Some controller boards are more finicky than others. So, but does the Bamboo print reliably? Okay, here's one downside with the Bamboo. Unless they changed it in the recent update. That's the light. I don't think you can change your Z offset on the fly. Home. Like, there is no way for me to drop my, live adjust my Z. So if you start your print and for whatever reason you're a little high, you gotta restart. You can't adjust your Z offset on this machine. Whatever it decides it is, that's what it is. So that's one of the downsides with it. If you're used to tweaking and tuning stuff on the fly, you can't really do that with the Bamboo. Ah, dang it. My one rail is ever so slightly too high here, and I can't get this under it. So we're gonna have to oh, no. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, here's the thing. For the money, yeah, I think the whatever the screwdriver, the LTT screwdriver is based on, is probably better value for your money. But if you're not looking at the actual price, if you're just looking at the numbers, it's a really good screwdriver. Oh, I printed with a brim. Oh well. I don't know. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. Actually, should I be using... Oh. Shoot! I'm supposed to be using button heads here. 1 second. I forgot. This is like a V0, so it uses a lot of button heads. M3... No, those are M310s. Where's... M310... M36... M38, M38, socket. Button heads, where's M310 socket heads? There we go, M310 button heads. There we go, okay. Shoot, been using the wrong nuts, or bolts. You should print the glass top lifts to use when you want the heat to escape. I keep the AMS on top, so I'm not really gonna swap that around too often. So I'm not as much as, you know, button heads are a little bit more aesthetic for this, because, you know, they're nice and smooth on a flat surface. And anytime you are designing printer stuff, or anytime you're designing a screw to sit flat on a surface, countersink is different. But anytime a screw is sitting flat on a surface, you should be using a button head screw, not a socket head. A button head screw, the actual head of the screw is bigger. So you're going to get more surface contact. You're less likely to crack the part. Rat rig people, if you're paying attention, that was kind of an issue on the V-Minion. A lot of socket heads sitting flat on plastic that had crack warnings. Every time you put in the screw, do not tighten this screw or you will crack the plastic. Don't need to take... The problem is, I normally print stuff where I want the bamboo close. I print like ABS, PC, nylon on the bamboo a lot. I don't... Remember, guys, I don't print a lot of PLA. If I'm printing PLA, it's pretty much just like a knick-knack or to test something. So most of my printers, like, if you notice, all these printers here are the printers that I actually use on the regular. They're all enclosed. Because that's the kind of printing I do. I do more engineering type printing. Like, I'm printing more stuff out of ABS, PC, nylon, etc. Although it is loud, so I'm going to close it. This is currently the loudest printer that I own, too. That's another downside with the bamboo. Where'd the VK go? On the ground. It's right there. Covered in dog hair now. Oh yeah. Oh. And by the way, I totally didn't put the wrong screws in here, so that I have to swap them out to kill time while we wait for that to print before I can put the bottom plate in. No. No, that's not something I would do. And I'd be ashamed if you thought that's what I did. Is this a kit? DFH. You can self-source it like all Vorons. This isn't an official Voron. This is a community mod, but all Vorons and pretty much all Voron-derived printers follow the same thing where there is a bomb. You could self-source it if you want. This is not. This is from deepfriedhero.in. That's where the kit's from. What is that? 128? 127? Oh, I gotta move that over a mil. Close enough. Will millimeter matter on my Zed? No. Okay. Okay, so we got that. Mobile. We got those installed. Oh, I gotta put these two in. BZ bot when? Whenever I get a kit for it. Whenever I get a kit for it. Give a kid a plastic part and he will probably break it. Give a kid a 3D printer and he will give other kids plastic parts. And also break it. What is your preferred build size? 300. I find 350 kind of big. So for reference, this Trident's a 350 on the XY. This LDO V2 is 250 on, or 300 on the XY. Perspective, so you're going to get a little different angle. This is a much bigger machine than this one, and this is a 250. So these are your three sizes. The Zed, they're different heights on the Zed. 250, 280, or 230, 280. This is 250 because it's a Trident. Yeah. But this one printed, if loyal, if you're still here, this prints just fine on the 300. So. I think out of all the Mando stuff, I think only the blaster. Most of the blaster was printed on the bamboo. And this is like 7 or 8 big parts and a bunch of little parts that aren't on it yet. Okay, so that is that. Deck panel. Okay, we need a deck panel. And we need the mounts. So let's flip this over. Mounts are printing right now. Let's find that deck panel. Yeah. Hopefully there's nothing else I forgot to print. Like, yeah, I printed all the parts. Did you print the deck panel mounts? No, I did not. Shoot. Finished it so nice. So the trick is, cheat. I used stone shield. It's like what you spray on a car underbody to protect it from like stone chips and whatnot. So I sprayed it with that, which gave it the textured finish. So if you look at it, you don't see the layer lines at all. Now, granted, I did take all the time to sand it all and whatnot, but then I also did this on top, and you can't see the layer lines. You can see them in a few odd areas if you really look, and I point them out. But if I'm not pointing them out, you don't see it. So it goes from spending like a whole day on each part prepping it to like each part getting like 20 minutes of sanding. Ooh, that peel. So this kit came with ACM parts. I believe it is an option. So while they are nice and shiny, they are fingerprint matte. Oh, no, we got a matte side. Good. Matte side visible. As nice as the shiny side is, say hi, chat. You can say wave at yourself. Everyone wave at yourself. I don't want it being a fingerprint magnet. Oh, hey, it actually fits, unlike some other kits I've built recently. What is ASM? AMS? not symmetrical. Oh yeah, it's not symmetrical. Shoot. Okay, so if I'm looking at like, oh, dang it, I gotta have the fingerprint magnet side out. That's what the picture shows. Fiddlesticks. Andrew, $10. Cheers. Any limit on what details you know? Say, but I wanted to start a V0 build. Heard upcoming V02. Is it safe to order frame now? Yep, frame's fine. We don't change frame sizes. Okay. Whenever a Voron is updated, the frame is something we don't mess with usually, because it's a pain. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, this is the biggest piece on the armor, Loyal. So this is the chest piece. This is actually 4 separate pieces glued together, and you can see this line here, but that's actually because it does change direction. But there's a seam right down the middle that you can't even see anymore, and it's all bondoed and acetone welded. It's all ABS. So that's that. Same finish. This was really nice because I took a Black & Decker mouse to the whole thing. So this took like half an hour to sand. It was great. Actually, we might end up doing a stream where I just work on it, because I found my left gauntlet, I'm doing a rocket launcher gauntlet instead of the gauntlet that came with the suit I bought, or the files I bought. So that will be, I gotta print that. Yeah, the texture makes it really good. Or at least, it saves a lot of time. Like, don't get me wrong, I like working on it, but I don't want to spend days working on each individual part if I'm doing a full head-to-toe set. 10 minutes. Or 10%. Stream like that. The problem is I can't do that in here. It makes an absolute mess. I do it outside. Plus, it's 30 minutes of sanding, and then we put a paint on, and then we wait an hour, and then I put another coat on, and then we wait a day, and then I tape it up and do the rest. Like this, I can only paint like 2 or 3 parts a day, and I gotta let it dry and then mask it all up again. 7% to go. Come on. While we're waiting on that, if you haven't had a chance, make sure you enter to win some Polymaker filament. Link in the description. Oh yeah, this is the loudest printer I own. The Bamboo is the loudest printer I own. It's actually insanely loud for I don't run it at this speed normally. There's 3 different speeds, and they're not, it's marketing. They have like, what is it? Regular, what do they got? What do they got here? I don't even know where the controls are. It's like regular, fast, or normal, fast, ludicrous, and then slow. All they are percentages. They just run at different percentage. So regular is 100%, fast is like 150, ludicrous is running at 200%. So it's not doing anything but a speed modifier, which all printers have. They just gave it names and people think it's something new. Use a hairdryer to dry the print that I think. I could do that, but I don't. I don't know why I printed these with the brim. Does it change acceleration? As far as I'm aware, no. Okay, so how do these go in? So this is gonna be fun because they're itty bitty little parts. So they just go in and they pivot. Go like that. And we got 2 on each one. That goes in like that. Do they even fit in the slot? They don't even fit in the slot. They don't fit in the slot at all. I missing something here? 8 to support Masumi. Are there any other ones? These aren't Masumi. Are they Maker Beam profile? They're whatever DFH had under his bed profile. Let's take a look here. Why, is there a different profile I should be aware of? Steve made some different ones. Oh, great. There's Maker Beam profile ones. Oh, that might be a problem. Oh, you messaged me about it? Did you? Oh. Do you have an STL of them? Let's take a look here. Docks. Skirts. A while back. Oh. Actually, let's see here. Salad fork. STLs. Electronics. Masumi. Yeah, Masumi are the only ones under the file. Okay, so I'll have to either bug Steve or whip some up. So we'll just skip that for now. I'm assuming I could put this panel in at a later date. I'm assuming it's not a huge issue. Because we're not putting electronics in, and I'm pretty sure I could finagle it in through all this. Yeah, so we're just putting the feet on. Yeah, I'll put it in later. Steve is at the Maker Faire. Oh yeah, that's right, he's at the Maker Faire today. Okay, so we'll just, unless somebody knows how much I'm supposed to shave off of that, I'm assuming he just sliced like a couple layers off and it's good. I'll get the Maker Meme ones and add them to the repo. There we go, okay. So these ones can go in the garbage. Good job, team. Let's get our feetsies out. 1, 2. And for those that are curious, every part on this machine is CFPC, so carbon fiber polycarbonate. Oh, please tell me I printed all the feet. Oh, no, okay. Well. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So if I printed 3 of them, my odds are I printed all of them. 4. There we go. So these are all Prusament PCCF parts. So, and I printed it with a thick layer, 0.6 nozzle. So. Okay. Let's take a look here. So these use M86 button head. Pay close attention to the orientation of the parts. Okay, so the logo goes to the outside. And, okay, so. And the screws go outside. Okay, so that goes there. Okay. There. There, actually make these. This one goes there. There we go. Look at those nice little feetsies. I use those online with Maker Beam profiles. They work quite tight by work. It depends on like your printer though. Like it depends really how your first layer is. It's mine. I'm pretty sure I could shove them in if I really wanted to, but I'm just gonna print the proper ones. M86. 6. M8, or M3, M8. That's a big bolt on this machine. See you, Russell. Why no access hole? Oh, this side has an access hole. Okay. Oh, the DFH website. Yeah, it's it's something. Embrace the memes. Trying to figure out what these itty bitty two little screw holes are for. I'm assuming something. Now, you gotta ask yourself when you're building this, do you need polycarbonate, carbon fiber reinforced feet on this printer? No. Do you need polycarbonate, carbon fiber reinforced skirts? No. But sometimes you just gotta do what you want to do. Everything's carbon fiber. Everything on this, even the whatchamacallit, the screen mount is carbon fiber polycarbonate on this printer. All the carbon fiber. Does it need to be? No. But it is. It's one of those nice filaments that hides all your layer lines so you can take pictures of it, post it on Reddit, and get easy points. Look how good my printer is! Well, you printed it in marble. If you print something in marble filament, it'll make like 98% of printers look good. Because it hides every defect. Although, what did Prusament, or what did Polylight send me? I might use their PC on the second parts. When that built, no, you didn't hear that. Go. There we go, number 3. Unfinished. Yeah, this is an unfinished frame, so I don't even think this is an option. If you want to get it, this is literally raw extrusions. Like, there's no finish on them at all. They're like scuffed. They're not anodized. It's a raw extrusion, which I wanted. And I just dropped all my screws. Great. 1,000 valid point there from DFA. Huh? Yeah, it cracks you. Yeah. Yeah, and you gotta be careful around greases and oils too. Or was that nylon? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's polycarbonate that has issues. Like if you get like, I know like Loctite will destroy some filaments if you get Loctite in them. It lowers the bonding between the layers. Yeah, it's brittle. Yeah, it's stiff. That's the problem. Like, that's one of the reasons we like ABS on Vorons, is because you can build your, you know, it's strong enough to withstand normal printing use, but if you accidentally Z negative China your tool head, all your XY joints and your gantry and your tool head mounts aren't going to snap on you. Like, that's the problem with it being rigid. That means it's brittle. Like, it's like, you know, hardened steel. Hardened steel will shatter. It'll be really strong until the point it's not. So this machine being a super small machine, all the parts are really small. So it's you know, where is it? Where's the motor mount? The next one. Like here's your idler mount. Like that's pretty small. So okay, so we got that. Another problem too, if you get little like stuff you would normally be able to clean off with like a fingernail, you can't really. Okay. There we go. It's got feetsies. Get a magnet. I'm afraid what else it would pick up. Okay, so we got that on. Okay, left Z carriage. Okay, so we need 4 M26, 3 M36, 1 lead screw nut, M2 that, nylock that. Okay, so we're putting the whole shebang together, it looks like. Okay. So I'm assuming left, this is looking at it from, it's looking at it from the front. This is the left one. So if I do this, that looks like that. Okay. So here's the rear one. Here is this one. Okay. And where is the other one? Oh no, that is that one. This is that one. Okay. Okay, where are my the motor box? I need my flanges. Nope, not in there. They're not on the motors. Where in the box is the flanges? Nope, not under there. Probably in the motion box then. Okay. Whoop. Urban. There they are. These belts. There we go. Yeah, the Discord is invite only, and there's a link on every video, but it's invite only. So far, we haven't had a bot issue. I'm hoping to keep it that way. What's the salad fork kit? Check the link in the description. It goes right to it, and we'll tell you the most accurate current price of it. What's your thoughts on kinematic bed upgrade for the 2.4 bed? I don't have a kinematic bed in any of my 2.4s, and I've never really noticed an issue for it. So it's probably one of those things that depends a lot on your individual use case. I'm a very big proponent of build it stock and then only do mods if you have something that needs fixing. If what you currently have works just fine, it works just fine. But your money may vary. Every machine is different because everyone builds their machine differently. It'd be nice if we had, you know, an individual standard across the board that we could just say blanket, but I don't know what your build is, so I can't. Okay, so attach the accent piece to the main piece. There's an accent piece? Oh, there's an accent piece. Using M36 button heads. Okay, so let me find the accent pieces, which there are no accent pieces with this build. It's this one. Nope, this is the other one. This is that one. So the good thing about printing everything in black is you don't have to, like, you know, pick a color. It's like, what color am I going to print this part? Black. But then the problem is when you get fancy accent pieces, you don't have fancy accent pieces. So why doesn't that line up? missing something here? My accent piece doesn't line up. What the heck's going on here? Did I grab the wrong one? No, I got the right one. Why don't you line up? Yeah, whatever. Maybe it'll line up once I start putting screws in it. Okay, M36 socket head. Nope, flat head. M3, M2, M36. There we go. Due to the part change, I printed everything the same. Like everything is from the same batch, I guess you would say. So. Skip the accent. No! Where'd the V1 go? On the floor. Yeah, this don't work. What the heck is going on here? Okay. So this sits nice and even and flush with everything. And then if you look, here's my two parts. And there's a mismatch. Like they don't line up. At all. The old carriage used heat sets for the accent pieces. Okay, this is the new one. This is everything is printed from the same download date on the 2nd. Like everything is from that one download. Like I printed everything in literally like 1 week. Let's put this one in. And maybe that one. Yeah, why doesn't this line up? It should line up then, just to redo my characters. Oh. Okay, so it's one screw that's out, like this. See the misalignment there? I got 2 screws in. What the heck is going on here? What is with that misalignment there? What the heck is going on here? That's a pretty big misalignment. Probably looking when he changed that part. Yeah, we might have some out-of-date parts here. I'm pretty sure I could put it in later. So it's not, no, I can't because I got to put it around the extrusion. Because let's take a look here. Solid fork, scales, motion. Six days ago. So I'm running outdated ones. I think. Because I downloaded everything more than 6 days ago. So yeah, I'm running outdated ones. So download. Nope, not that. Don't do that. brim, no brim, slice, print, flow calibration, bed level adjust, bed level, go. Screw the flow calibration, doesn't do anything anyways. Well, oh no, it's not it's a straight up complete misalignment. Like, these parts do not align at all. Like, this isn't a shrinkage issue. This is like see that wonderful part sticking out like way massive amount? It straight up does not line up, like, at all. So unfortunately I can't really go do, I need these parts because otherwise I have to take it all apart. So let's see. Can I put this one on? Is this one at least lined up? Is the back one at least lined up? Okay, I could put the back one on. The back one's okay. Yeah, so it's the front two are out. And we'll print, hopefully it's just those. Is it just those? Z carriage. Z carriage. These were, okay, so I have the updated ones of the Z carriage. Okay, so it's just the accent parts I need to reprint. New carriages are lower profile. I have the carriages themselves are okay. It's the accent piece that are out of date for two of mine. So I'll put the rear one on. We could do the rear one. So we'll do that. So they'll be accented in CF PETG. They go together. What? Try the other mirrored part. No, because the other mirrored part is completely mirrored the wrong direction. Like, it don't work that way. Yeah, the accents, yeah. Yeah, I downloaded it, like, right in the middle of those files being updated, it looks like. So, like, I literally, like, the worst day to do it, I did it. So, like, September 2nd is when I downloaded everything. Manpad, hello! So we'll get this installed, and then I guess we'll have chat time while we wait for that. Looking a little low. Yeah, but all we need is 12 grams. So I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm sure we'll power through with 12. What the heck is a salad fork? It's smaller than a trident. It's a fork. Think about it. Funny joke. So if you're unfamiliar with what a salad fork is, if you don't know what a micron is, it's the same thing. So when you build yourself a Voron V2 or Voron Trident, but you build it using parts you would use for a Voron V0. So 1515 extrusions, Zima 14s, etc. Also check that A motor mount if you get a chance to make sure you have the latest quality of life update. Which one's the A motor? Is the A motor the one in the back? Okay, let me check here. A drive frame, lower. When is this from? 6 days ago. So I do not have this part. So I should print that part. Yeah, I don't have that A drive. So every part that's 6 days old, I should print. That's what you're telling me? So every file that's 6 days old. Z motor left. Wait, what did you tweak on this? What did you tweak on this one? Because I have this one installed already. That's already installed. Same with this one. What did you change? See, this one looks fine. Okay, so this rear looks fine. Nothing important on this side. Okay. Which means I gotta put... How much do I have left? So in terms of how much PCCF... Oh god, I hate when it does that. Oh, we're good. We still got a decent amount. We're still good. We're good. In terms of PCCF, we have PCCF. So we're good there. I'll print that after stream. Slot in the rear Zed. I have the slot in the rear Zed. I have that. So we're good there. Okay, Bamboo, do your thing. Hurry up. Come on, chop, chop. Okay, so Zed motion. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So this, we got to put some heat sets in the side. So let's get my iron, get that plugged in. Put some heat sets in. Yeah, I guess I printed all my parts like right on the wrong day to print everything. Or at least when I downloaded all the files, because there were like midway through pushing revisions. So fortunately, some of the parts I printed are like literally one revision out of date, and they don't work with some of the other parts that I printed. So when they have to go together and they don't, we have a problem. So we're printing parts right now. So I'll get these heat sets in, and then what I'll do is I'll actually get the LDO V2 printing. Are there any other parts I should be aware of that were recently updated? just so I'm aware. That one. Zed brackets. STLs. Gantry would be Zed brackets. No. Motion. Zed brackets. Where are the Zed brackets? Zed motion. Zed brackets. Where are Zed brackets? Top bracket on rear Zed. Where are the Zed brackets? Frame. Zed bracket right, Zed bracket left. Download. Oop. Which one did I download? Is that okay? Left. Zed bracket right, Zed bracket left. Have you all noticed the Fadus website is broken today? Yeah, maybe. Happens. Wouldn't look too much into it. I know they might be retooling it because of the drop effect stuff. Nope. Okay, printers. WOV2. Let's heat you up. And let's get some filament in ya. Really need to actually get a proper camera mount for this machine at one point. Okay. Good thing I got all these boxes in the way to make my life easier. I think I broke the filament in this tube too, so we're gonna have to kind of push it out. Yeah, we are. Okay. So let's see. So this is garbage. Whoop. Oh, it would help if I had a camera on that you guys could see what I'm doing. I did not upgrade those. Not as easy as that part after is the other. Yeah, so I'm going to print them now. Go, got you out. Let's do a little snip. Load you in. Lock that. That's good. Close the doors. That's good. You stay open. Let that heat up for a while. Actually, screw it. We'll just can it. Case light 100%. Upload and print. And I'll just go slow on the first layer because we're yellowing it. PCCF, that's it. That's good. Right profile, okay. Upload print. And drop the speed factor down a bit for that first layer, and we are in business. Okay. Thought I saw a tornado in Kansas. What? I've never seen a tornado, but I live in Canada and we don't really see them too often to begin with. Okay. So while that prints that and that prints that, let's mount this. Okay, so Zed. So attach the printed accent piece with that. Done. Okay. Thread the lead screw nut into the Zed shaft. 5. So is it coming in from the top or the bottom? I probably should have the CAD open for this. Documents, downloads, support. Oh yeah, I gotta open Fusion. Because like this picture doesn't show, I'm assuming it's coming down. I'm assuming it's coming down. The picture doesn't show which way though. But then, no wait, that ain't right. Attach the accent piece. Thread the lead screw nut into the rear Zed shaft. attach the printed part to the rail. Okay, I'm just gonna put that in there for now. That goes there. Oh, and by the way, if the stream starts getting hiccupy, it does that every time we open up Fusion. Anti-backlash nut. Do we have anti-backlash nuts? Do I have anti-backlash nuts? I appear to not have anti-backlash nuts. I don't know if this kit comes with anti-backlash nuts. You don't need anti-backlash nuts on these anyways. It's Zed. It's whoa! Yeah, I got the nuts here. I know that part. I just don't know which way this goes. Motion kit. Yeah, I did. I grabbed it. I have them right here. Woo. We're just waiting on Fusion to open that up and do its thing. There we go. Screen. Come on, Fusion. Rotate. My mouse dying or something? Okay, why the hell can't I oh, okay. Mouse keys, why aren't you working? Hotkeys. Shift. Oh. What the heck? Half my buttons aren't working with Fusion right now. What the hell is going on? Okay, cool. Okay, now you want to. Okay, now you want to work. Okay. Okay, so it screws in like that. Okay, that makes sense. So that goes up from the bottom. That makes sense. It literally took like however long that was for it to boot up so that I could, you know, actually interact. Good job, Fusion. Good job. Shift. Oh, I was pushing the mouse keys. I was pushing the right buttons. It just was not registering. Ah, Fusion. Good thing we pay a lot of money for Fusion, don't we, folks? Does it use a nylock underneath? I'm assuming it uses a nylock underneath. Is that a nylock? Yeah, those are nylocks. Okay. So. You go in there. I hate cloud-based. Honestly, it's completely useless for this kind of work we do. I hate cloud-based items. Nylocks. Nylocks. Eats up a lot of computer. This computer isn't, like, don't get me wrong, this computer ain't no, you know, top of the line. But it is a, you know, Ryzen 3100, so it's not exactly, you know, it's not crazy powerful, but it's not, you know, this ain't no Pentium 4. Like, I mean, all it's doing is streaming. Actually, it's not even streaming, because the graphics card's doing all the streaming. That's why I use a graphics card for encoding the stream, so the CPU is free to do stuff. So literally, the CPU is doing nothing but running Fusion right now. I like Tinkercad. Yeah, you don't design printers like this in Tinkercad. Well, you could if you're a masochist and you're into that kind of thing. Okay, there we go. So that floats a little bit, so we can adjust the position of that if we need to. Okay. So adjust that later. that off. Okay, so let's see here. Attach that, thread the lead screw into the upper Zed shaft, attach the printed part of the carriage using M26. Okay, so M26. Oh, I just love these itty bitty screws. They're so small. Whenever you have to put like 4 screws in at a time or 2 screws, whenever you got to put multiple screws in, never tighten the first one down all the way. Like get it started, get it like down to the bottom and then just back it off so it's loose. That way you don't accidentally like screw it together crooked essentially. Jeff Montgomery, $10. Cheers. Thank you, Jeff. Use an X pattern. Yeah, if you want to be all fancy. Where did my other set of Allen keys go? Did I already lose a set of Allen keys? Probably. Go me! Are we racing to see how quickly we can lose stuff? I'm winning. Seriously, I just had a new set of Allen keys. Where the hell did I put them? Seriously. There we go. So that's unfortunately one of my nuts fell off. Let me tighten these up. There's a bit of wiggle there, but there's going to be it's unsupported at the top. Okay. Who invented the Allen key? John Allen. He was a, well, he's Scandinavian, so he's Johan Allen, and he was an engineer who worked for IKEA. And when they developed flat pack furniture, it revolutionized the market because, you know, up until that point, you know, furniture was big and bulky. Now people can assemble furniture at their homes, either ship, especially small vehicles that they use in Europe. You no longer had to rent a lorry. But the problem was, the IKEA team was angry because, you know, nobody had the same tools, so they developed the Allen keys. Well, they developed the keys that would be called the Allen keys after Johan Allen to standardize tooling so that you would ship the simple tool with all the packaging. And it was such a good idea that it was actually adopted in industry, and Allen keys are now used throughout the world. So that's how Allen keys came to be, if you didn't know. Okay, so now, unfortunately, I think we have to wait until that finishes printing. No, we can move ahead. We can put some parts together. We're gonna go forward a bit, put the bed frame together, I guess, because we gotta wait for these parts to finish printing. So we can do that. So bed mount prep. So we need the bed mounts. 1, 2. 3. Need our GE5ESCs. Your trainee still work, believes the history. They figured it out pretty quickly. And it wasn't a trainee, it was just some random apprentice who just happened to ask me that, and I was like, well, guess what? And we had some fun. Okay. Okay, so bed frame mounting. Okay, so we got these spherical bearings, a bunch of screws. Insert the G5 into Zed bed left part and secure. Okay, so let's mount all these and secure with M36 as shown. Okay. Why are you the only one that doesn't move as freely? Pressure maybe? There we go. Please give me the blinker fluid. It's next to the Adithau and the tap dynamite, if you're looking for the blinker fluid. And remember, if you ever get lost in the woods, don't forget to pick up a box of grid squares too. Those are very handy to have. Saw your first bamboo at Murph? Yeah, somebody brought it. Who brought it there? Brian? Brian Vines, I think, brought one. Behind the bucket of steam, yeah. A few hundred feet of flight line. Well, that's always handy. You should already, honestly, if you're looking for it already, it's too late. You should already have some. Fetch my cable stretcher. Really good board stretcher. The Annis 4.6 Alpha is what I use. You get the core stretcher. Left-handed hammer. It's next to your metric adjustable. people to the basement asking to look for 2 or 3 people where they realized there was a slab of concrete. Yeah, we did that in our tool shop. Go to the basement and get this, or they're by the pool in the basement. For some reason, every shop has a pool in the basement. Ball peen crescent wrench. How's that printing? That's printing good. Okay, so those are together, bed frame mounting. So M5 nuts. So put that together, insert the GE5 and the Z left part, okay. Join extrusion A and F using, okay, so which ones are A and which ones are F? Well, I'm assuming A is the shortest one, and F would be the one with the hole through it, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming, yeah. So A is probably the shortest one, and then F is the longest one, and it's got a hole through the middle. So we're just gonna go with that. So get me an M38. F. What do you mean F? F. What F? F. F. We got audio? No, we got audio. Why are you saying F? Don't say F unless there's a reason to say F. Any plans on renting a rat drawer? Yeah, I've been speaking with the rat rig team off and on. They said they'll send me one. I don't know. I gotta double check my emails, but as far as I'm aware, it will happen at some point. Okay, I'm not gonna go get my fancy flat for that, but that ta-da. Okay. And then what? M3/8s, yeah. And M3/8s, and then 9 M3 nuts, okay. Below 3 nuts into the top extrusion A and 6 nuts in the top. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 8, 9. One. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Did you get your calipers to work? Unfortunately, no. I don't know what, I took it all apart. I cleaned every contact surface. I don't know what happened, but my Mitutoyo, which I've had, these are almost 8 years old now. The battery said it was, if you don't know what happened, the battery said it was low, so I took the battery out. I put a new battery in, and now it won't turn on. And these are not cheap, and I'm not happy. So, yeah. Attach the bed mounts to the extrusion using M310s. Okay. So yeah, I'm not too happy about that. Unfortunately, I don't really think I have much of a recourse. I could try reaching out to Mitutoyo to see if they have any sort of warranty thing, but I don't really know if they do. Where's my M310s? 3 lock nuts, M310s. M38, M38, M2, M320, M316, M312. My M310s. Did I misplace them? I had them earlier. Shoot, I misplaced them. Oh, here they are. They are very unreal. It's Mitutoyo. They're like... They're Mitutoyos. I wouldn't call them unreliable. Let's say battery issues. Maybe, as far as I'm aware, like... I found a few things online that said that this is something that sometimes happens with them. But they ain't no foulers. Like, the battery that I had in there, the battery was, like, years old. And I used it, like, dang near every day at work. So, I'm not inclined to say it was unreliable. Yes, I used the correct battery. I dropped all me nuts! Like, legit, I used the battery from another Mitutoyo. It uses the same battery that was relatively fresh to swap it originally, and then when that didn't work, I went and bought a brand new battery of the correct type, and that didn't work either. That print's done. Yay. Okay. Wait, am I supposed to use... No, I'm supposed to use socket heads. Why am I using flat heads? I grabbed the wrong ones. Okay. M310 socket heads. So where's my M310 flat heads? Or button heads? I literally just had them because I used them in the M3... Oh, they're right here. Mitutoyo counterfeit. Now, I doubt it was counterfeit. I bought it from somebody who bought it from, like the proper people, because they bought it through the crib at work, who they buy from, like, actual tool suppliers. So unless the tool supplier had a knockoff one, and I'm inclined to believe it's not a knockoff, because I know the knockoff ones have issues with the batteries draining while in standby mode, and this thing would go through, like, I think I replaced the batteries twice in 8 years, and that was, like, near daily use. So I'm inclined to believe that it's a legit one. If it's not a legit one, I'll be pissed because I paid legit one prices for it. So. From the parts, what is better? When it comes to printing out the Voron parts, read the first page of the instruction manual when it comes to recommended, what you should print your parts out of, what they recommend. It'll tell you exactly what you should print your parts out of right there. The answer is ABS. Do not print your Voron parts out of PETG. They will fail. And it's not, you know, a matter of if, it's they will fail. And then we'll laugh at you on the Discord when you post a picture, because we'll say we told you so. Uh-oh. 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 Running out of disk space. Cool. Maybe I should upgrade from the 120 gig SSD I have on this computer. You have a PETG01. Is it fully enclosed, printing ABS all day? Or printing enclosed materials all day? And a V0, the parts are a lot smaller. You're going to encounter the issues less often than you would on a full-size Voron. I printed my first Voron out of PETG because at the time I had a monoprice Select Mini, which I tried printing ABS. It did not go well. I printed everything out of PETG and then I immediately ripped it all apart and printed it all in ABS. Also, the V1 series isn't as dependent on ABS because it's a unenclosed printer. So there's our bed frame. Look at that bed frame. So this is done. So now we can go back to working on the Zed. I'm losing my voice today. Flex plate. Ah, hot, hot. Okay. So let's see here. Does this line up now? Hey, it does. There we go. Okay. Don't forget other set, then you can continue. Well, those won't be done. Honestly, I think today we're just gonna get the Zed going because I'm losing my voice right now. So we'll see. Where are we at? Oh, we're 10. Yeah, we only got an hour left in stream anyways. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate we had to print a lot of replacement parts today because we had to replace some stuff. Oh well. No rush. Are you in a rush? I'm not in a rush. Less hammering, more hammering. Yeah, but I gotta keep you guys entertained. Like, if I just sat here and didn't talk, it'd be a very boring stream. No Rush concerts here. I want to do a rock ballad. Put all those M36s then. M38. Oh. 310. M2. M36. There we go. Whiskey. I don't have any whiskey. I am all out of liquor. I currently have no liquor. Well, if like I could steal some of my wife's coolers, but we're not at that point yet. Sarah, go to the liquor store. They're closed right now. Seeing fat bottom girls. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Lots of above pressing and holding the 0 origin button. Press and hold the 0 origin button. Okay. Press them both at the same time, 0 and origin. Nope. Press and hold 0. Nothing. Press and hold origin. Nothing. Press and hold 0 and origin at the same time. Nothing. No bueno. Press and hold 0 origin at the same time with something that actually pushes it down. Nope. Nothing. Nope. No bueno. Worth a shot. How much is a bottle of Wisers? A bottle of JP Wisers depends on the size. In Canadian, you're looking at like for like a 1.14 liter is like $43, I want to say. Battery upside down? No. I know how to install a battery. As much as I play it up sometimes I do know what I'm doing. What's the PO address? I'll send you a 6-inch. If you want PO box address, just type exclamation PO box. There you go. I will say I'd greatly appreciate if you sent me one. Like, I won't say no, you don't have to though. Like, I know how expensive they are. You don't have to send me anything, but I would appreciate it. Got 4 I don't use. Oh, well, okay then. I don't feel as bad. Is it M410 or M412? I can't remember right now. Hold on a second here. M410. There we go. Am I on the camera? You guys can see what I'm doing? Yeah. Chuck B, 50. Cheers. Cheers for the Wisers. Thank you. I will convert them funds into liquor because of you. Although I don't know if I have to follow the same rules as Twitch, where I'm not allowed to drink for views and or money. So I will use that to convert to gasoline to go buy myself liquor of my own accord without no pressure. Yeah, we'll go with that. I had to use a medical grade. I've just used generic energizers, like generic, like normal energizers, and like they're good. They're like the commercial ones. I don't know, the ones you would get out of the crib at work, like the Fastenal. So. Something like this. This one do it? Nope, too small. This one do it? Too big, too small. Which means I lost the right one. Shoot. That's annoying. I had to use, oh, already read that. Liquor better than crypto. I never played the crypto game. I mined Dogecoin back when they first appeared on Reddit there for a joke. And I think I mined like 40,000 Dogecoin. And then I probably forgot completely about them, and I don't even know. I'm pretty sure that hard drive got formatted years ago. Probably in the bin, actually. I don't even have that hard drive anymore. So, no Doge for me. I'll live. I don't know. I view crypto as straight up a pump and dump. I have no faith in crypto at all. NFTs were a complete scam. Yeah. Heck, I view the stock market as gambling, but that's just me. $40,000 Dogecoins, 2,600. Well, at one point it was worth like 20 to 30,000 during the heyday of Dogecoin. But you gotta remember, I mined it back in like what, 2012 or whenever Dogecoin was like that thing. And then, like, how often, if I were to tell you, like, here, download, have this one file on your computer, it's worth absolutely nothing right now, and you'll completely forget about it. But in 8 years, it might be worth 30,000. Like, nobody knew, nobody cared. It was a joke. It was for fun. And then all of a sudden, oh wait, it is worth money. Oh well, a little late now. You tease what you tease. NFTs aren't a scam, they serve their purpose well. Money laundering. Exactly! My monkey JPEGs! How will I know people, how will I tell people I have worth without my monkey JPEGs? God, NFTs, that was the dumbest thing ever. Like, who was that one guy, the very first person to like make big money doing NFTs? But he did like all like original art, and like it was a thing. wasn't Banksy. It was some other guy. He did like art every day or something like that. But then they got into like monkey JPEGs and like really bad art, and it was all just computer generated for pump and dumps. And it's like, yeah, this one's worth this much because I said it's worth this much. That's when NFTs, I'm like, yeah, no, this is a complete scam. Beeple, yeah. See, what Beeple did kind of made sense. Like, you still don't own the art. That's the thing. You don't own the art. You own a string of numbers that has a website for the art attached to it, or whatever it is. Like, I don't think anyone with an NFT who owns an NFT has ever actually taken anyone to court successfully for control save or right click saving their art. I don't think that's ever happened. So you own a receipt that has a URL attached to it that points to an image, but you don't own the URL, you don't own the image, you own the receipt. It's a scam. It's a straight up scam. Like, I guess there's like the whole, you can be argued that it can be used to prove ownership of some things if it's all, you know, kept track of and everything. But no, people used it for monkey JPEGs and pumping value into things that have no right having value, and then dumping it on people. Until the web goes offline. Not even that. Until the blockchain forks. Because all I got to do is fork the blockchain, and then nothing's valid anymore. And then it's only valid on your specific blockchain. So I could like literally just take that blockchain, fork it, and be like, no, I own it now. This is my blockchain. And start a whole other thing. Yeah. Yeah, they're straight up pump and dump scams. It's all straight pump and dump. Although here, I'll be fair. If you want to own a Nero 3D, a limited Nero 3D NFT, at the end of the stream, when I play the outro, when I shock myself, okay, I will sell that as an NFT, okay? But we're going to use it on the take a penny, leave a penny barter system, right? So we're going to have the tip jar open, and the tip jar is open right now. You can give memberships to others. But if you want to right click and save that image, we're just going to work on the honor system. Everyone can just pay what they want. And if you right click save it at the end of the stream, you'll own it as an NFT. We'll just do that. That's how NFTs work, right? It's as legit as a normal NFT, right? Yeah, it's my GIF. Actually, no, that's my GIF. I ripped it for the actual outro. I ripped it directly from the stream. You may have made the GIF, but I have that part of the stream is actually, or the video is actually ripped directly from the stream. I didn't use the GIF because the image quality was not good enough. Which I need to redo the intro because the intro has me without the beard, and it's kind of annoying because I'm so used to having the beard now. When I see it, it's like, ugh, what is this? I don't like it. There we go. Okay, so we got our Zed motors in. I could take the bottom stops off. Don't need those anymore. So yeah, if you want to own an exclusive Nero 3D NFT, we're just going to work on the honor system. Just donate what you want to donate. I won't check anything, and you can right-click save any image from the stream or clip it and make GIFs, and it's all up to you. We'll just work off the honor system. First, last. I know. I'm aware of how, like, well, actually, no, I barely clue how blockchain works, but I know the gist of it. But I'm just saying, you need the blockchain to verify the NFT. So it's valid, but only to your blockchain. And there's multiple different blockchains, and they get forked and stuff changes. And there's nothing to guarantee what you currently have as an NFT verified on X blockchain will even be valid in 5 years. I did the dancing RCF gift, but it was RCF dancing on Steve stream, so who is it? LTT screwdriver. I pre-ordered one. But I do have a special limited edition one. So all the content creators got fancy limited edition ones. But I am such an exclusive content creator that I actually have the prototype of the LTT screwdriver. So I have my own LTT screwdriver here. This is a special limited edition one. It's totally not a Mastercraft Maximum one with a sticker on it. But you could tell it's a legit one because listen to the ratcheting mechanism. Like this is a legit LTT screwdriver. Totally. It's just been used so much that the finish has worn down. And yeah. Totally legit. Okay. So, to put this on, M5 nuts. Ooh, M5. Oh, it's up with some big nuts. Where are my M5 nuts? There we go, M5 nuts. So we need 3 of those. 3 M5 16s. Okay. And 9 M3 10s? Oh, 1, 2. Why 9? Attach the bed mounts to the extrusion using M3 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where are the 9 from? How to get 9? Oh, that took a chunk of the desk. Where are the 9 from? We'll figure out in a second here. Yeah, I don't know where the 9 come from. 9 M3, because we only use 6. And then there's still 3 screws free and loosey-goosey, so. Okay. Leave the screws on the rear carriage slightly loose to be adjusted at a later step. Okay, so let's do this here. Is this pretty much how the Trident goes together? Drake chain? Maybe. I don't see anything though. For attaching the bed. Oh, they're just listed then, so they're not actually like. Okay, so let's move you up. Kind of the same. There we go. Okay, so this is actually quite simple. I'll take this off and flip it over. So first thing, actually no. Shoot, I should have did this earlier. We've got some here and rack the zoom out. Okay, so we got some M5 nuts. I'm gonna flip these. Hopefully nothing falls. Okay, we're good. M5 nut, go in hole. Good, it goes in hole all the way. Okay, good. So what you do is you got the M5 nut in there. And you got these GE5 whatever bearings, and they're spherical bearings. So it will allow this to pivot on the bearing. Will that fit that? No, I need a bigger one. So this will give you somewhat of a, like, just a kinematic bed mount, I guess is the proper fancy term for those that want to use fancy words. Help with that actually screwed into anything. Because the nut didn't want to go into anything. There we go. There we go. Oh, what's this? Can I put a small piece of paper under my print sheet to raise up my left part of my bed? My view will print well, but the left corner does not squish fully, even with a bed mesh. Make sure everything's mechanically sound. If you're having an issue like that, where it's not, one corner's not meshing properly, you might have your extrusion, might be twisted slightly in one location. There's I don't know what printer was that. Look up in the documentation. I believe there is a document or something on the website talking about if you have like a low spot in the bed, what you should do to take care of that. But yeah, don't just put a piece of paper under there, because if it's bed meshing, it knows where that bed's at, or it knows where it thinks it knows where that's at. So if you put a piece of paper there, it won't fix anything because it'll just go even higher. Like the printer knows where the printer is because the printer knows where it is. And by adding and subtracting where it is from where it isn't, it knows where it is. So you don't have to worry about it. Don't put paper underneath to try and shim it. That you're not fixing the problem, you're alleviating, you're trying to alleviate the symptom. Okay, so you want these tight but not super tight, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And what I'm going to do is bring everything to the top. So everything's nice and square. And see, this allows us to pivot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack all these, let them kind of find their home, and then tighten them up. I think I already cracked these ones. Yeah, those are cracked. Crack this one. Yeah, so I got moved in a little bit. Go. Yeah, make sure everything's kind of even. That's good there. That's good there. We're good. You know the reference. Of course I know the reference. How would I not know the reference? Question is, does everyone in chat know what I just referenced? That is the bigger question. Because remember, there are members of this audience here that were born, got married, and probably have kids, and The Simpsons were never good during their entire lifetime. Because some of you folks are old, and some of you are not. And some of you are not as old as you think you are. Okay. So. There we go. So if you're wondering how much play you got with this, the bearings allow you to do like this, and it doesn't bind because you don't want to go too crazy with it, but it will allow you to fiddle around and do that. So yeah. I resemble that remark. What probes you're using? Mine was picking up the extrusion under the bed, so swap to clicky. Your probe was picking up the extrusion. That with a flex plate on it? Because it pings off the flex plate. The odds of your bed, like your PL05 probe style picking up the extrusion, that's funky. How are these coming along? Oh, there we go. Much better. The first batch of these I printed, I didn't have quite enough retraction, and they came out a little funky, but they're still fine. They're just a little funky. Okay, Zed Chain Anchor. Let's put that together. What time are we at? 10:15. There we go. Zed Chain Anchor. Did I print you? I did! This picture shows two holes. I have, or 3 holes, and I have 2 holes. How many holes do I need? Where's my extrusion? Where is my belts? Do I have belts? I think it's 2 holes. It should be 2 holes if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2 hole, so we're good. Okay, plug this guy back in. I'm old. I seen The Simpsons first episode airing. Oof. I am pretty much as old as... Actually, no, because the first episode of the Simpsons Tracy Ullman show is older than me, but I was born before the actual Simpsons show started, because they started in, I want to believe, 89 was the actual first episode of The Simpsons, if I'm not mistaken. But the show started earlier than that on the Tracy Ullman show. Get the dog hair off that. And that's it for Zed. Sweet. So we'll put this in and we'll move on to the next step. How is that printing? I forgot to check. Oh, it's printing fine. How are those printing? Printing fine. What are we at? 88%? Nope. Okay, I unplugged my screen by moving it. That's always good. Hopefully I don't get a clip or timeout error now. That would be bad. I'm old enough to remember seeing Star Wars in Close Encounters. No, I'm too young for that. I was born in '88, so... One with a lightweight carbon fiber rail, like the bamboo, I guess makes CF rail. CF is flexible. It's twisty. I don't like it. It's like people are building with like these really like machined out, hollowed out extrusions. We've run the FEA on them. They are pretty bouncy. Like when, yeah, you'll be able to go fast, but when you stop, there's like a bounce to it. So they're not, you're losing some pretty good rigidity going to those really slim down, cut down extrusions. Also, just dealing with carbon fiber and having to cut, drill, you're gonna have to use like mounting your rail isn't as easy. Like, I just don't bother with it. Remember though, I don't chase grams on my machines. I don't chase grams, so I run full size LGXs on my machines. I'm not chasing super lightweight. I just let Input Shaper deal with it. The machine can be smart and deal with the vibrations of the weight and the whatnot. Graduated in '88. Whew. No, I think what hits you is when you when you start working with kids, or well, kids, yeah. When you start working with people that like certain major life events they weren't around for. Like for me, it's like, you know, I'm sure with a lot of people is 9/11, right? I was in grade 8. We watched that in grade school. Like we sat down in the library and we watched the whole thing from just after the second plane hit to the towers, like all the way to the end of the day, pretty much. We just sat in the library watching that because we were the grade 8s and we were the mature ones. So we did that. But then I started working with people. They're like, "Oh yeah, that happened before I was born," and it's like, ooh, I don't know where that screw went. Oh, it's in the hole. Okay, where does that go? That goes right about there. Okay. Nope. Yeah, we watched that all live. So it's like, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm working with people that were born after that. Like my mom still lives in the house that it, like, you know, she's lived in the same house since like 2000, right? So I know the neighbors and whatnot. And it's like, I used to babysit the one neighbor's kid when she was like 3. And now she's like, you know, we were talking and she's like, "Oh yeah, she just graduated college or whatever." I'm like, I remember before you existed. Okay, there we go. Those were supposed to be button heads, but whatever. Let me swap that. The one time it's supposed to be a socket head, I put button heads. The one time. Okay, so where's M36 socket heads? Challenger. That was before my time. That was 86? Was it 86? 87, 86, 87? Before the internet. I remember that. Having to go like to the library to sign out books for a project and then writing paper, like actually writing papers. I remember going on, what was it? Cheat CC. Going on Cheat CC to find cheats for Turok on the N64. Dang it, come on. Day before the internet. People were still saying. No, people were saying with the internet. Honestly, I maintain. So we're pretty much done with the build. I think that's about as far as we're gonna get. So we're gonna go into shift in the chatting mode for the last half hour of the stream here. I maintain, and I'm not the first to come up with this idea, that society, the internet was fine until Apple. Because once Apple came out, everyone got smartphones. Because before, smartphones were pretty niche. But then iPhones came out, and Grandma got an iPhone, and then Grandma got the Facebook app. So she didn't have to figure out the complicated computer, and she got Facebook. And then the algorithms pushed her into the crazy groups and kept her there. And then everyone went batshit insane and thinks that, you know, stuff that isn't okay to say public, they're now, you know, because everyone agrees with me. Not everyone agrees with you. Your echo chamber on the internet agrees with you. In left, right, whatever your beliefs, but it's all echo chambers because that's how the algorithms work. So I maintain smartphones is what brought about the badness of the internet, because it made the internet open to everyone. Because before there was a barrier to entry, we had to be a certain education level to figure out how to use a computer properly and use a web browser and whatnot. And now we have apps where you just push button, you get exposed to everything. That's my problem. That's what I maintain is the problem. So it's not the internet. It's phones making the internet easy to get at, and apps making the internet easy to get at. That's what I maintain is the problem. I think 20 isn't fast enough. I swear, this calorie deficient diet I'm on the bright side, I need to adjust my apron because my apron is now way too loose on me. Like I got to take like an inch or two out of it, or like probably 2 inches. But the downside is I'm hungry all the time, so I've just been chugging water to like stave off the appetite. Okay, so we are done. Frame Z. Now we're on to XY, which right away I need the parts we're printing right now. So yeah, that's about as far as we're gonna get today, unfortunately. So we're waiting on the replacement parts printing. Yeah. Just remember Facebook started just, yeah, Facebook, I remember you like, somebody sent me an invite. I got my Gmail invite was a beta invite. Somebody who was in the beta sent me a beta link to get in, because that's how you had to get in Gmail for the longest time there. Use Loctite anywhere in your builds? Nope, I don't bother. Yep, Gmail beta, yep. Dragnet, nope. Isn't that what, like, the cop shows were all about back in the day? Dragnet, or whatever. How strong are these parts? Oof. Oh yeah, they're strong, but they're brittle. In the bin. Okay! So yeah, that's about as far as we're gonna get. So if you're curious of what the printer looks like, here you go. Ta-da! So yeah, so now we gotta wait until that. So we got half an hour left on the stream. Usually I don't like to end it early. We like to stick to the 3 hours on the Saturday night at least. So yeah, so Maker Faire was today. Anyone go to Maker Faire? Or which one was that? Maker Faire. Which one was it? I don't know, there was a Maker Faire today. But anyways, did anyone go to that? I went to Maker Fair. Orange County. Was it Orange County? Orange County. There you go. Or Louisville. I remember some people in the Voron went to the Louisville one. Jason was there. Yep, Jason was there. That's I'm asking right now because I just see it right here. Jason and Joel. So yeah. Eddie was at. I know we had a Voron booth set up at Louisville, I believe. Or no, Orange County. Yeah, the Orange County Steve was at. I know Eddie was. I don't know. We had people at Voron, people at both. I will be at IRF. So if anyone's going to IRF and they want to say hi, say hello. I don't think I'll be planning anything specific for me, like a meetup for like the Neuro 3D community, but I will be there, so just come say hi, kind of like how we did at Murph. I don't think the community is big enough to warrant setting up a booth, and I don't want to sit at a booth all day anyways. So I'll be hanging out at the Voron booth, wearing a Voron shirt probably, but I will be there. I'll be doing the YouTube thing. I'll do a stream if I can. So yeah. Steve was there. Yeah, Steve at the Orange County one, right? Yeah. Isn't the only... Yeah, it's the only Benchies community, that's right. I'm a little careful with that just because I don't want the Benchy people coming after me. So while I do have the merch, I try to avoid publicly saying the only Benchies community. Because technically, you're not allowed to use Benchy for commercial purposes. But I mean, they don't enforce their trademark at all, so... Is what it is. So IRF, is it just demos or vendors? I think if it's like Murph, but a bit more professional, from my understanding. I haven't been to IRF, but it's people showing off stuff. There will be vendors there, I believe. Like there were vendors at Murph as well, like filament manufacturers and whatnot. IRF is close by me, but not sure if it's for hobbyists. IRF is more trade showy. Murph is open to everyone, and so is IRF, if I'm not mistaken. Like you could just sign up and buy a ticket and go. It's like $10 or whatever. But my understanding is IRF is a little bit more of a, not black tie, but it's a little bit more of a professional event, whereas Murph is like a party, essentially. So you go to Murph for the party, you go to IRF for the business. At least that's what somebody explained it to me as. How's my battery doing? I forgot to charge my stupid thing. So let me find a USB-C cable. I gotta have a USB-C cable somewhere. USB-C? Are you USB-C? No, you're USB-B. Are you USB-C? You are. No, you're USB-B. Are you USB-C? Nope, you're. Nope. Are you? Nope, you're a barrel jack. Are you USB? No, you're a headphone jack. You're a cut wire. I used to have a bazillion USB-C cables, and now I don't have any. You're a box of batteries. Where are all my USB-C cables? I used to have a million of these. Wait, do they come in the octopuses? Do you get one with an octopus? No, you don't. Shoot. Like, I got a million octopuses back here. You think? There we go. It literally died as I was plugging it in. So what was the last thing I said? What was the last thing I said? It literally, like, I look up from plugging in and you guys are all like, F. Engagement. What was the last thing I said while you were hunting the cable? Well, how long was I dead? Under the desk. I died a few minutes ago. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, what was I talking about? Somebody asked if I was going to Earth, or you can't make it to Earth. Anyone sponsoring you? At the moment, nobody is officially sponsoring me for Murph. I know one company's kind of talked about it a while ago, but I don't know if they were serious because I hadn't decided if I was going or not. So I'll reach out to that person. Actually, I just remembered about that. But at the moment, I have no official sponsors. You guys are technically my sponsor because I paid for it with my credit card, which you guys pay me. So technically, you guys are my sponsor. But if you own a company, or you wish to sponsor me, and I'll wear your merch and give you shout outs on any videos I do there and any live streams I do there as well. I have no problem being a corporate shill for money in this case. So something about oh, so it died a little bit ago. Yeah, I have like 8 octopuses back there, and I was like, oh, does any of these have a cable? And it's like, nope. Buy you whiskey one in there. Hey, that's good by me. So yeah, so shout out to Fadus for their little, whatever the heck these are, like adapters. It's got a lightning and a USB micro and whatnot. But that saved the day for plugging that in. Which means I can actually charge the stupid, okay, Apple, USB-C is a thing. Get off your stupid lightning cable high horse and switch to USB-C. This is the only Apple product I own, and I hate it. Because it's the only Apple product I own. So I have to use my Wi-Fi charger, and it never sits well on it to wirelessly charge, and it doesn't charge half the time. Get with the freaking current age, Apple, and quit with your stupid high horse lightning cable bullshit. Seriously, switch to USB-C. It's an industry standard. Quit trying to lock people into your closed ecosystem. Pixel buds. I know somebody sent this to me though, and it works fine for what I use. So I can't justify spending a couple hundred on another set of headphones, but these work just fine for what I do. The problem is every now and then I stream longer than 4 hours and they die. USB-C, that'll be good. I mean, heck, I skimmed through the new iPhone stuff. I am not sold on iPhones at all. Like, the whole eSIM thing is bullshit. Because hey, let's just lock people into our ecosystem even more. I don't really like, what do I have now? I have a Pixel 6. I had an S10 until I literally dropped it, smashed the screen, and then I bought a Pixel 6 cash, and then I just threw my SIM card in and off I went. So can't do that with an iPhone. Limited options. They're all expensive as shit in my opinion. I don't like iPhones. I just don't. I find the way the home button, that's annoying. Every time somebody hands me an iPhone to do anything, I find it super annoying. I'm gonna call them an evil company. I just don't like their business practices. You can SIM swap with an iPhone. Not the new one. They got rid of the SIM slot. They use an eSIM now. Whatever the hell that is. US carriers. Okay, I don't know. I've never heard of it before. I'm in Canada, so. So yeah, I don't know. Every time Apple does an event, I'm always kind of like, oh, that's cool. And then I realize everything is like 3 times the price I'm willing to pay for any of it. And I'm like, no. Their laptops are cool. The Mac Mini I'd love to play around with the Mac Mini, the new one, but I can't justify it. It serves no purpose. It's like streaming. Okay, cool. I just bought the best Apple computer there is. How am I going to put my, hook up my HDMI PCI Express card to it? I could buy a Thunderbolt housing or a USB. Yeah, like, no. Just plug it in. It's a computer. I hate that lockdown ecosystem BS. This Pixel 6 has eSIM capabilities also. I'm using it. I've never even used Google Fi. I don't know what that is. I'm in Canada, so we don't get all kinds of that funky stuff. Like, I literally never even heard of eSIM until the Apple event, so. USB-C is enforced. That's good. Like, I think, don't get me wrong, I think the M1, M2 is pretty, like, it's nifty hardware. Don't get me wrong. I just hate the fact that you are extremely limited in selection. Like, you can only buy the hardware they make. Like, that's it. Like, this is what we make. You have no other options. You can't buy cheaper. You can't buy other options. Oh, you don't like these massive phones we're making? Nope, tough luck. Oh, you don't like these expensive phones we're making? Nope, tough luck. I can go buy a cheap Android phone. And guess what? It'll work the same as my current phone. It won't be as good, but it'll work exactly the same. You have no option with that. You got to buy like 8-year-old model. Have a circuit. I don't know. I just seen it, and a few people on Twitter were texting about it, how it's like, oh, this is awesome. I'm like, no, I don't like it. First time they switch CPUs. I'm fine with that. I'm a PC user. I switch between Intel and AMD all the time. I have no problem switching when new better stuff comes out. The problem is now you're locked into it. Like, my computer is, I can run anything on it. It's a Windows computer. I can run old shit. Like, I might have to, dick around with it. Older stuff doesn't run as good. But it's not like Apple are like, yeah, we switched to M1. Pretty much like, Windows emulation's busted. This is all busted. You have to use an interface layer for everything. No, just put the hardware out there and let people do stuff with it. If you want to be a hardware company, be a hardware company. If you want to be a software company, be a software company. If you want to do both and lock people into your ecosystem, I don't like it. Do I do any death racers? I haven't gotten to that part, but I don't believe so. I'm going pretty stealth with it. It's going to be a lot of black with some blue accents. Because I'm one of those people that, like, when I play video games, I don't pick the bright colored outfit. I pick the one that kind of blends in so I don't get shot as easily. So I figure if I don't build a bright, gaudy death racer, people won't attack me as much. And I'm hoping I'll be able to build it before Murph, because unfortunately, being in Canada, a bunch of the parts I ordered for it have, like, arrival times between, like, September 20th and August 20th. So. S7s are great. I honestly had no plan on upgrading my phone at all from the S10 I had until I literally dropped it and smashed the screen on it. And then at that point, I'm like, you know what, I'll just get a new phone at this point. I had it for like 3, almost 4 years. I think it's worth dealing with Apple hardware. See, for me, it's not. I run Windows. I have no problem with yeah, there's the occasional hiccup, whatever, but 2 seconds, it's fixed. Like, I have no problem running Windows. All my programs work with it. Everything I do with it is compatible. I'm allowed to upgrade my hardware and my my storage, my RAM, my video card. I play video games. Can't do that with the new Macs. You got no video card. So, yeah, I like being able to do what I want with my stuff instead of being very limited. So. And Louis Ross. Oh, I've watched my share of Louis Rossman over the years. Actually, that's pretty much how I learned to solder. Yeah, pay double the Apple tax for storage. Yeah, and because of the way M1 is, the RAM's all soldered on. So you have to pick, you can't upgrade in the future. My computer upstairs, when I built my computer upstairs, I built it with 16 gigs of RAM. Back when I bought it, I built the computer upstairs whenever the Ryzen 3000 series came out, because I bought a brand new Ryzen 3700X, a new motherboard, new RAM. I used my old video card, my old case, old power supply, whatever. And then when I started doing video editing, I'm like, hey, I want to upgrade to 32 gigs of RAM. Cool. I bought another 16 gigs, threw it in. Done. Can't do that with a Mac. Go to Linux. Why would I go to Linux? Why? Why would I go to Linux? Everything currently works, and I have no issues with my current setup. Why would I go to Linux? Ryzen 3000 came out in 2019. Yep. And my 3700X is working just fine for what I do with it. To be leaked. I'm good. I will say Linux is getting better, especially with like games. But I don't game as much as I used to. I played Elden Ring. That was the last game I played. Maybe if they fix Cyberpunk, I'll finally go back into that with the expansion. Last PC I built with an i7 with the latest and greatest. Before my current build, I built an i5 2500K, and I used that computer all the way up till 2019 when I replaced it with the Ryzen machine. Cyberpunk is actually fixed. Okay, maybe I'll wait for the expansion and then go through it, because I played like the first I played it for like 20 hours, and then I just stopped playing it. Mac OS Win 10 on Linux KVM. Yeah, see, I don't want to deal with that. I have no desire to run Mac OS. Why would I run Mac OS? I have nothing that I need on Mac OS. And then why would I deal with interface layers? It's like, I don't even like using Kiao on my printers. Oh, if Linux is the Linux people are the douchey as the Apple family. Yeah, I honestly hate the tribalism. I don't like the tribalism. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm on the Voron team. Everyone has preferences, don't get me wrong. But the actual outright tribalism, I don't like. Linux man. Yeah, I remember watching the LTT series where they tried to like actually live on Linux as people coming from Windows, and they did not have good times, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't have a program. Well, that makes sense. Like, it depends on what you do. Like, everyone has their specific use cases. I am not everyone, so it makes sense. Like, I use DaVinci Resolve for my video editing. I use OBS for streaming. This computer here, I wouldn't want to run, like, I run Windows because most streaming stuff runs better on Windows. It just is what it is. Windows is a predominant streaming platform. So, yeah, and then also, hey, if I want to upgrade this computer, which has 2 cam links to an HDMI 4 HDMI in, or correction, to a PCI Express 4 HDMI in capture card, I can easily just swap it in, done. So. LTT tried to do everything the Windows way and did not adapt to Linux. Well, that's the thing. If you come from driving a car a certain way and then you get put in a different car, you're going to try and drive it like you did your old car. I use Blender for video editing. What? You can use Blender for video editing? Isn't that like a 3D software? Doesn't Windows have a Linux port? I don't know. I don't even know how GitHub works, so we're not going to go that far into things. Manual transmission is life. You are 3% of the current automotive market in Canada and the US then, if I'm not mistaken. Drive it like you stole it. Hey, just like my Ford Edge. Thank you, Ford, for putting a really crappy transmission in your Focuses 10 years ago, so that when mine crapped out at 9 years and 10 months, it's under a warranty that you had to extend to 10 years because you put such a bad transmission in it, and we're stuck with a class action. So now I have a brand new Ford Edge to drive like I stole until you fix my car with a microchip that has been delayed for months, and will probably still be several months. And by the way, I'm taking it on another 9-hour drive next week, or in 2 weeks. So, thank you, Ford. Yeah, I got my Ford Focus is the DCT, but first year production. Never buy first year production of any vehicle. And if it's a brand new company like Rivian, don't buy anything for a couple years, because who knows if the company will even be around. All my cars. See, cars to me are just a tool. I want to get in it and drive. I just put in D, go. Like, who was it? John, Practical Printing. When him and Stefan flew to the US for Murph, they rented an F-150. That was their rental vehicle. And they're like, I'm not used to driving it. It's an automatic. And I'm like, dude, just put it in D and go. Put it in D, foot down, go. That's all you got to worry about. When you're done, put it in P. D, drive, P, done. That's all you got to worry about. Easy peasy. Or proper printing, sorry. You rag on Rivian, but they are much bigger than you think. I built tools for Rivian, and I've seen what the people that were in charge of working with their injection molding tools. And the fact that we had to retool their tool several times because of engineering issues on their end, it doesn't give me good confidence, and things were massively delayed. And they're, from what I hear of the plants, it doesn't instill confidence to me either. So coming from the manufacturing side of having to deal with them while they were starting up, I don't have extreme confidence in them. Maybe they sort their shit out now, but when we were building shit for them, I didn't have great confidence. But also I dealt with, you know, other companies that I don't have great confidence in either. But they are still around, so who knows? I just interviewed a guy who's at Rivian. So you're interviewing him for him at your place, so he's leaving Rivian? I knew people who went to work for Tesla and bailed. I knew people who went to work for Rivian and bailed. The problem with startups is they're startups. Some of them, a lot of them, like you to dedicate their life to the company, and if you're not one of those people, you might not fit in. And hit the clutch in an auto and smash the brake on the floor. He's leaving, but he liked the culture there. That's cool. Like, here's the thing, the problem is, to me, Rivian is just another rich person vehicle. They're $100,000 vehicles. Well, I care zero for them. It'd be like, it's like another supercar company. Whoop-de-frickin-do. They're rich cars for rich people. They're not cars for me, so what do I care? Every time I see it, it's like either some tech YouTuber or a rich person driving them. So, yeah. Rich and snooty. Yeah. It's at least Tesla makes the Model 3, so, you know, Beamer prices. But, like, the Rivian's a $100,000 car and up. So every time, like, a Rivian's just rich cars for rich people. Like, they're not my market, so I really don't care about them. You're a rich YouTuber. Let's see those, let's see all those gifted memberships in chat, boys. Let's get that Rivian fun going. Yeah, there's different tiers of YouTuber. I'm at, you know, hey, I'm just able to just maybe make it full time. Rich in opinions. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I ain't Mr. Beast. As you could tell by the fact we're 2 years in and I'm still in the one room in the basement, so. But we're having fun. We're having fun and I have no regrets, so I can't complain. I would love to have a Rivian, but the price killed me. Yeah, Rivians are, here, let me pull it up right now. What are we at right now? We got 8 minutes. Or we might end up going long. Which usually we only go long once I open up the whiskey, but whatever. So, I seen one of these the other day. Vehicles made for the planet. Starting at 73,000 US. Starting at 78,000 US. Stupid fruit fly. There's a fruit fly in this room. It's been bugging the hell out of me, which is weird because I have no food in this room. Oh, buy some gear. Look, this person is having fun. This person is camping. Yeah, they're just rich cars for rich people. What do I care? Also, it's a big honking SUV or truck. I don't want a big honking SUV or truck. I want literally Ford Maverick electric. That's all I want. Perfect vehicle. But they won't make it because it'll cannibalize sales from the Lightning. Which in Canada, thanks to Canada being Canada, Ford always likes to screw us over. So when it comes to the Ford Lightning, it starts at 68,000. They don't have the cheap one here. They don't offer the cheap trim package in Canada. In the US, it starts much cheaper. In Canada, they do not offer the cheap trim package. It starts at the XLT. In the US, they have like an XL version. So right now, the current cheapest electric vehicle in Canada is, I think, the Nissan Leaf or the Chevy Bolt at 38,000 for the base model. You get a $5,000 credit on it, but then also you have to pay taxes and shipping and whatnot, so you end up paying about $40,000 to $45,000. And that's the cheapest electric vehicle in Canada, and that's with no options. That's doable. Yeah, I don't like my car payment being more than my mortgage. Hyundai Ioniq 5. Yeah, I have nothing against the Ioniq 5. I seen it, Ioniq 5. I watched a few reviews on it, and it seems pretty cool. Let me see it in Canada, though. Ioniq 5, Hyundai Canada. Electrifier experience. $47,000, so it's a $50,000 car. Ioniq 6. I did see the Ioniq 6. Do they have it on their website? Electric future vehicles. Santa Cruz, no. Oh, the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 6. See, this looks good to me. That looks really cool to me. Like, that looks fine. Although, honestly, this looks a little Volkswagen Passati. I don't know about you. But the one I really like, I don't know if they're actually going to make it, and it's a hybrid. Or not a hybrid, it's a vehicles. It's their hydrogen. Where is it? The K40? Oh, Envision. Yeah. Envision 74. This is absolutely, no offense, ballin'. This thing right here. The Envision 74. This is straight out of like Cyberpunk. I want this. Okay, I want this. One, it's hydrogen, which is dumb. But I want this. Make cars look like that. Kia Niro. It's still 50 grand. That's the problem. Yeah, see, so what we'll do, we're just going to buy the Niro, just to kind of go with the channel. Hybrid starts at 26. So yeah, we'll just get a Niro so I can drive a Niro. But no, like, no joke, the car I'm looking at to replace my Focus once I finally get it back and then it finally dies is probably like a Ford Maverick. Because you can get them for 30 grand. Well, 35 grand once you add a few options. But 35,000 for a small truck that will comfortably seat me, my wife, and my son. And then I have a small truck bed if I need to move anything that you need a small truck bed for. So, yeah. I don't view vehicles as something I should... Vehicles are consumable. You will eventually sell it or get rid of it or throw it in the garbage. I don't like spending a lot of money on a vehicle. So. 2005 GMC Yukon only costs... That's another problem with electric. You can get the non-electric versions a heck of a lot cheaper and buy a lot of gas for the price difference, so... Anyways, we're at the end of the stream, so if you haven't had your chance to enter to win some filament from Polymaker, link in the description. You got like 3 minutes. We're going to do the draw in 3 minutes, and then we're going to end the stream. And then we'll continue with this build on Tuesday. Cars are disposable. Yep, I have no desire to spend a lot of money on a car. Cars are not a status symbol to me. It's like, I remember years ago, something happened and the guy like tried to, like, I have a Mustang or a Beamer. He's like, you see that BMW in the parking lot? I'm like, yeah, and that's fine. I'm like, okay, I don't have a car payment. I have the freedom to do more with my money because I don't owe money to a company. You're young and you're like paying $1,300 a month in your car payment. Must be nice. Good for you. The amount of people, oh my God, working in a tool shop. I swear, working in a tool shop is like working like American Marine, where it's like the first thing they do, just go buy a car. So the amount of kids I worked with that were like 18 years old, and they're like, they've been employed, they got their 90 days in, and then the next day they show up in a brand new bright red Dodge Ram Rebel, financed for 84 months, 92 months or whatever. I'm like, how much are you paying for that? Oh, you know, I live at home. And I'm like, are you gonna be living at home in 8 years and still paying for this thing? It's a Dodge, it's gonna rust away before you pay it off. Like literally the one kid, he bought a Mustang, it was used. He's like, oh, I got it, it was a 2-year-old one. But it was a Mustang GT500. He bought it like 2 years, like it just came off a lease basically. And he bought it from the dealership with dealership financing. And he's like, I'm only paying this much. And like the sticker price was this. And I'm like, we did the, I'm like, what are you paying monthly? And he's like, oh, I'm paying, you know, this monthly. I don't remember the exact values. It's been too long, but I remember he told me this month, and I'm like, dude, you're paying it for this many months. He's like, yeah. You're paying 15 grand over the sticker price. Oh, well, whatever. I can pay for it. I'm like, making $16 an hour. I work a lot. I'm like, he ended up getting fired like 3 weeks later. So, anyways, let's do a draw and give away some filament. You guys want to do that? Let's do that. Wheel of names. So every stream we give away filament. If you didn't enter, you can enter Tuesday. Let me close this down here. Boop. Create spreadsheet. There we go. My first car was a hand-me-down. Same here. My first car was a 2001 Sport Track. I got that from a family member in 2008. I drove that until 2012 when, actually no, I got it in 2007. I drove that to late 2012 when I sold it to the dealership and picked up a Ford Focus, a 2012 Ford Focus, brand new. The reason I did that was, one, I was dumb and lived at home and figured, hey, I don't have a car, I don't have a mortgage, I might as well buy a new car. And two, at the time, I was driving a long distance to work. So literally half of my new car payment was what I was paying in gas. Like the amount I was saving on gas covered half of my car payment. So I was like, oh, it makes sense. And then I'm like, I'm gonna drive it till it dies. And well, it's now 2022 and I still own it. Like, although it's at the dealership right now because the transmission blew up. Okay. So I've had that car for 10 years. Give me a number between 1 and 10. 1 and 10. Give me a number between 1 and 10. DJ Nandy, I think you jumped the gun there with your 9. Same with you, E2. Or actually, no, E2. No, he's fine. 1, 2, 3. Go! Round and round it goes. Where it stops, the random computer algorithm knows. And if you win, like Grey Ghost Jojo did, is that a Jojo reference? You will get an email from me once the stream ends. Just fill it out with your contact info, or there's like a little form you fill out. And you will get a spool of filament in a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on where you live in the world. So congratulations, everyone. Golf claps in chat. Golf claps in chat. Oops, did somebody give $10? Did I miss that? Andy B! Maverick Fun, $10. Cheers. Looking for a way to import LDO kits to Ukraine right now. Who is that? Who is that? Yuri. I honestly don't know. If you talk to Jason, message Jason, LDO Motors Jason, or just at LDO Motors on Twitter. I think he runs the Twitter. See if they might be able to figure something out. Like, I know you guys lately have, like, very recently have been getting a lot of room, and freeing up a lot of space in your country, so that's good. So yeah, it's shipping. It has to do with, basically, DHL, UPS, FedEx have to be able to ship there. That's kind of the thing, as far as I'm aware. So if they're shipping there, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to, but you would need to talk to them. Are you looking, I don't know if you're looking to resell or you just want a bunch of kits, but yeah, you might have to hop over the border to like Poland or something to pick them up. I don't know. Getting out all the Yorks. Yeah, if you've been following it, we're going politics for a bit here. Ukraine's been kind of, no, this is how you do a blitzkrieg to the Russians, and it's going good for them, so that's good. So, good for them. Message is held for review. How do you have all the loading screens probably blue? That makes no sense. So yeah, so that was fun. We got the Zed installed. I was hoping we could have got further, but unfortunately it turns out all the parts that we printed were like in a weird period between like updates. So we had some out of date stuff that we had to print to replace, and we had to wait for that. And then we can't go any further because we're currently printing parts. So yeah. Oh, Grey Ghost Jojo. Congratulations. So yeah. So we are going to end the stream there. It's Saturday night. So yeah, shout out to Polymaker for giving away that spool of filament that we do every stream. Shout out to deepfriedhero.in, link in the description, for providing me this kit for this build series. Words and opinion of my own, no money exchange, blah, 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 you know the deal. So far it's going pretty good. We'll move on to the gantry on Tuesday and again, see how far we go. Again, Tuesday's stream will be later in the day. So instead of my usual 2 o'clock start time, we'll probably be starting at like 3 p.m. So we're going to end the stream there. For those that donate to the stream, gifted memberships, or purchase memberships for yourself, thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make this entire endeavor possible. It's all up to you. Thank you. Cheers. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers. Goodbye. I'm going to bed. I'm tired.